Hello and welcome to Facebook Live. Got everything ready, just whew. Yay, hi Sally. Brilliant. Okay, I think I've got everything planned. I was gonna make something different, but I've decided to work on one of the cards but change it up with the colours. So let's catch you all as you're coming in. And I've done it again, I've left my glasses in there, never mind. We've got Sally, we've got Anne, we've got Julie, hi Julie, and Lorraine. Brilliant. Hi Philippa. Fantastic. I've got a few things that I want to just talk to you about, and then I'm going to flip the camera and we're going to get stuck straight in. By now, hopefully, well, I say hopefully, I know a lot of you have started to receive your collections, which is really exciting. Those that have received them, I bet you've cracked them open already and started to have a play. I can't wait to see what you make. Hi Donna and Catherine and Katie. Okay, so I'm reading something that goes up. That's why I was looking a little bit. Okay, so hi Nikki. If I've missed you, then I'm sorry, because they're flicking up really quite fast now. So that's fine. Just hello to everyone. Thank you for joining. It's really exciting to actually be able to get and play. I've got the samples in the background there. Let's just turn them. Oh, that's my hand. Let me turn it a little bit, just so that you can have a little look while we're waiting. So I brought them home just so that you could see them all. And yeah, we're going to go through. We're going to make. I'll turn it up this way. We're going to do this one, but I'm going to do a different colourway, because I do have two favourite colours at the moment, which are Salvage Patina and Uncharted Marina. So I promised myself I'm not going to use them too, although they're absolutely amazing colours. So yes, that's what we're going to make. And whilst we're here, just to put your minds at ease, let me just see. I'm just seeing that. I can hear myself in there now. Paul's watching it from the lounge, I think. He could just come and sit behind me, couldn't he? On the stencil, the packaging says stencil and mask. It is actually just a stencil that you're getting. There was a little typo on there, but obviously I just wanted to put your minds at ease. You're not missing anything out of your packet. It is just a stencil, okay? Right, I don't know if I missed. Let's just scan that down. Oh, come on. Oh, it won't let, oh, it will. Love your new collection. Thank you. I'm really glad that, honestly, I don't even know how to explain it. Overwhelmed, happy, emotional, everything all rolled into one. Just absolutely blown away by the support and the comments. It's just been amazing. So really, really chuffed. So I'm going to flip the camera. Let's get started. Let's just zip this down. Is it okay, Paul? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, let's get a good view. I want quite close up. There we go. In fact, I'm just going to come out a little bit. Okay, I hope that's all okay for you. Just going to skim down to the bottom. So whilst I'm actually demoing, that's okay, Joan, you're very welcome. Whilst I'm demoing and I'm sitting down, I won't be able to see the comments, but Paul is watching. So if there's anything that he can answer, he will do. And I'm sure Julie's on as well, and Philippa's on. So, yeah. Right. So this is an 8x8 card. And I'm going to use some watercolour card and some black on there. And we're going to use stamps from probably across all 3 sets. And I've got them laid out in front of me, which I know that you can't see, but if I put the camera up high, then you won't be able to get a clear view. I have chosen an array of colours. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use yet, but we're going for a lilac-y purple theme. So I have got Shaded Lilac, Wilted Violet, Villainous Potion, Dusty Concord, that's the one I'm a bit iffy about, and Chipped Sapphire, maybe. So I'm not really decided, if that makes sense. But to start us off, I am going to start with the Shaded Lilac. Just going to take all the lids off so I can get to them. And I've cut down a piece of watercolour card. This measures 17.5 centimetres square. And I'm just going to bring this little bit, because I've got my little travel mat out, and I'm going to use this because I thought it would be better. So I'm just going to put some Shaded Lilac down on here. And we're going to give that a little spritz, just to bead that up. And I'm just going to go down and just to get some ink on. Now, Julie likes to, well, if you do it with acetate, you can see where you're putting it, but it's kind of quite nice for the surprise. So I just want some ink down, and that is enough for me. So I'm just going to place that up there. Where's my kitchen towel? There we go. I'm just going to take that away. And I've had a word with myself, and I've tried to tell myself to be tidy, but I know it won't happen. So I'm going to blast this, and then I'll maybe add a little bit of another one of the purples in. Okay. Cooking tea. What's for tea, Dawn? What are we having tonight? We had paprika chicken. Some had chips, some had jacket potato. It's a bit of a mix. Okay, turn that over. Always dry it from the back as well. Okay. So I've got that nice, that's quite subtle at the minute, so I'm going to add in a little bit more, and I think I'm going to go for some Wilted Violet this time. And I want to see if I can get a bit of spotting this time, so I'm just going to put this closer. Can you see how that's started to bead now? So if I go gentle, just gentle, then I'm going to get this beautiful spotting effect. So a few taps down. Yeah, I like that. I'll get a few down there. And I'm going to walk away. But while I'm there, I am actually going to pick that up on there, just in case I need it for later. There we go. Right, so we'll dry that one off, and I'll keep the tissue in place in my hand, because I might just dab some of the puddles out. It will take a little bit of the vibrancy away, but it's fine. We can add it back in, because I'm gonna do some blending as well. Okay. Oops. So we've got our nice flat piece of card, flattish, and I'm going to take a blending brush. But I'm just going to take off that. See what colour we've got on there. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm just going to blend around the outside slightly. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to heat emboss some stars down in white, so I want them to bounce off from the background. So I'm going to have this as my top left corner and come in quite deep up there. I'm going to have to turn my fan on. Oh. Okay. Doing that a nice blend around. Quick blast, and then I'm going to use my anti-static bag over there. Okay, where is it, Hazel? Did I freeze? Can everybody hear me okay? Did I freeze? Yeah, the numbers have dropped. Oh, no, they're coming back. Can everybody hear me okay? Did I freeze? Yeah, the numbers have dropped. Oh, no, they're coming back. Okay, sorry about that. I think it's the fan, it's interfering, so I've just turned it off. Okay, sorry about that. Right, I'm going to continue. I just hope that you can all... Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some of those. Give that a firm press. And I'm going to do another one as well. And I have to turn it slightly sideways. There we go. And then I'll just use a little bit of card. And I'm going to put white powder on this one. I think I'm definite that the fan interfered, so I'm just going to have to bake. Okay, so I've got my powder on there. And we'll heat that one. Ooh, drop that. Oh, yes. Look at those stars. I absolutely love those. Get Paul to fan me. I should be so lucky, Sally. Right. So that's those down. And then we're going to have a little look at the stencil. And I'm just going to place it down. And I think I'm going to go with... I'm going to bring a little bit of chipped sapphire in. So it's going to be blues and lilacs. And I'm just going to go over and add a few bits down to start with. Sometimes I do this first and sometimes I do it last. But I don't want it to be sort of like really in your face, but I want it to be noticeable. And then maybe I'm going to come... might come down here a bit as well. And a little bit to this corner. There we go. So just kind of odd bits. And now I'm going to go to the little medley of words. So this one has got 25, joy, December, happy Christmas, Noel, all of those Christmassy words. And I'm going to use, not that one, villainous potion. And we're just going to add in, I've got to stand up to do this because if it goes on wonky, I'll be mortified. So a bit there. And I'm going to come down this bottom corner and have a bit there. Now, I'm actually going to put some just coming off this top as well, just to make it hard for myself. There we go. And I'm going to be really good. Cleany, cleany. That's a standing joke between me and Julie. Because I never clean. Okay, so now let's have a look at some of the smaller elements. In fact, now I'm going to pause there because I want to cut my circle first and then I can piece where I want stuff, because for the centre, I just really want a snowflake in there. So I'm going to place that to one side and I'm going to bring in my stamping platform. And we're going to use the large circle stamp here. Just going to place that down. And I might, do you know what? There's no better time to kind of play around than when you're live, eh? I'm going to just do this slightly differently. I'm going to blend this on. I know it sounds a bit bonkers, but I'm going to blend it on with my brush. And then I'm going to blend some of the purple, just to see what we get. And if I don't like it, just stamp over the top. We'll do some pouncing and that'll give it a deeper. Okay, so that's quite pale for what I want. So I'm just going to get up a bit higher. And I'm going to ink it up properly first, and then I'll come in with the blender. Look at that. Yeah, I am going to do another layer. I want this really, really dark. Now, what I could do, if I take a water spritzer to this, because it's a dark colour, it really is just going to, I think, overpower it and take away the detail. So I'm going to keep it quite crisp, I think, for this one. And I am just going to give that stamp a nice rub over. And I think, because that's nice, should still be wet enough to do it, I'm looking for a piece of cardboard and I can't find it. I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to put some clear powder on here. I might have left it too long, but we'll see. No, just in time. And this is just to give it a little bit of shine. There we go. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can just see that shine there. Beautiful. Okay. Put that out of the way. You know the bit at the beginning where it says I'm going to be tidy? Not working. Okay. So, in our dies, this is exactly the same size as the original 2 sets. So I'm going to take my my dies, and I'm just going to cut out the centre. Now, if any of you have got the original sentiment set from the first release, there is a Happy Christmas on there. So at the moment, this says Merry Christmas, but you can quite easily change it to Happy Christmas. And in fact, I will do that just to show you. I'm just going to die cut that. I'll put my powder away because I know what I'm like. And I'm just going to flip through. Beautiful. And that's why I didn't cut the middle, because I thought, aha. So we've got that lovely outside edge. Now what we can do to that now, I know I'm going to get in a mess, definitely. I'm going to use my water brush and I'm going to use some shaded lilac. And I'm just going to add so by popping on that clear gloss, that allows me to do this without disturbing the Villainous Potion. I think that's fine. In fact, I might just whiz a little bit through that tree. There we go. I'm going to set that to one side. And now if we get some, put them where you're not going to lose them. So we have got this piece that we could use, or we can go ahead and choose our Happy Christmas from the set. And this time I am going to change it up slightly. I'm going to introduce some black into it. I've got that one. And then I'm just going to give that a little blast because it will still be wet. Oh, you know what I could have done? I might be too late. Oh, you know what powder I've picked up, don't you? Pick white up. Silly banana. Well, we're going to go with it now because we've done it. It's obviously, you know, I'm a firm believer, everything happens for a reason. So this is now not going to be black, it's going to be white. Can't see if that's taken fully. And do you know what? Just in case I don't like what I've done, I am just going to quickly stamp another one. I'm going to pick up the right powder, which says clear. And I'm going to do it properly. Do any of you do that? I'm sure there's more than just me. That's what I wanted. Slightly glossy instead of that. Right, so, and the reason I did do that is because I'm going to cut this out now, but I didn't want the black to mark my plates when I put it through my die cutting machine. So I'm just going to line them two on and stick them down and then pop that through. And I'll want the inside circle as well, because what I'm also going to do is dip into my original sets and use the stamps to personalise it to a family member, or I could use from from our family to yours. Right, so I'm going to want those two elements there. Okay, so those dies can go away. Onto there. And that bit into there. Right, that's that bit done. And where's that Happy Christmas stamp? Let's put that one away. So now we've got those cut, the rest is going to be stamping. So I can bring my background in and have a look what we've got. This is going to be our kind of focal point. And inside here, I wanted to put a nice big snowflake. So the biggest one might be a bit tight, that one. So I'm going to go, it's the medium size one on the same set as this. If I bring this in, you'll be able to see. So it's the one at the top. I've got them all lined up in front of me. And then I'm going to put that in position. Check I'm happy with where this is. And then if you want to keep it in the exact position, bring your stamping platform in. I now have a purple stamp. Okay. And I'm going to stamp that one in black. No, yeah, shall I? See, I've changed my mind now because I'm looking at this because this is in black. So then just, yeah. Just do it, Hazel. There we go. Perfect. Pop that one back. Hope that doesn't fall off while we're busy. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the other stamps across the sets. We've got this lovely bauble one, and I'm just going to stamp some of these just coming down from the top. So I'm going to start off with my softest colour, which was my shaded lilac. Yeah, that would be perfect. And then I might put one more little bit, but just go up. Over there. And then let's have a look at our stars. So we've got 3. I'm going to go for the small. Now this is the wood grain star, which you really, I'm certain you're going to keep going for these time and time again throughout the whole year. And I'm going to go in wilted violet for this. And I'm just going to pop, I'm going to nestle one in there. Now, it's not going to come up and bounce up to the top because of the colour that I've chosen. It's just to be in the background to add another layer of dimension. We're going to have one down here. So now that one, look at that one. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Maybe let's just have a bit of a... This is the medium one I'm pulling in now. Doesn't quite fit on my block, but I'm going to go with it. Nice. Okay. And then let's have a look. So on the original... No, let's go for some more snowflakes first. I'll get you dizzy. I'm going to do a chip sapphire one because I want this to kind of come up to the surface a bit now. I'm going to go there. And it's just about bringing them designs On the All About Boys set, the original, these little 3 trio of stars, these are in the centre of the circle. And I'm going to do some of those in Villainous Potion. We're just going to pop 3 up there. And we're going to have 3 down there. This is the bit that I love because I know that everything goes together and it just mixes so well. Got a little star here. So this one's going to go in, I think I need some black on there. And maybe here and here. And then let's whip over to the All About the Girls. There is a lovely trio of circles. We're going to use those ones and probably a bit of Villainous Potion again. We'll just have some there. Can you see I'm kind of making a swoosh? It's going to be going down. If I put this in, you can see it's starting to fill up and come together. Maybe a little bit just there. And I'm going to put some up here. And it's the second gen, so it's going to be a little bit paler, but it's also going to wipe off of my emboss from around my stars. I can't cross my legs. I've got so many boxes under my desk. That's bad, isn't it? Okay, and also on this All About the Girls set, we have got the lovely little splats. So now just to highlight around some, again, it doesn't need to be lots, but it's just a few bits just to give it a bit of, don't know if that one will be in shot. See, I knew I'd put it. We'll go a bit higher. That there. And then I'm going to put one there as well. So I'm just having a glance to make sure you're all okay and that I'm still actually live. Right. So having a look, do I think it needs any more? I don't want to go over the top, but I want it to be super special. So I think I just want something here to connect. So I'm going to go in for one of my smaller snowflakes, this one here. And I'm going to, let's have a look at, this one is Wilted Violet. And of course, I'm just going to check to make sure there's nowhere else. I'm going to put one up there just because it would be rude not to. Okay. So I'm quite happy how that's coming together. Now, I'm going to look at my Happy Christmas and I want this one to go underneath like so. And I want the Happy and the Christmas to be showing, which is going to kind of, I could do it like that, or I could just have it. Actually, I might do it opposite way round. I might do it so that we look at this one here. Star on each side and a Happy Christmas. And then this little circle here, I'm going to personalise it. So I can choose what I'm going to do. Shall I use, do you know what? I should really use what's on this stamp set. Let's do that. We'll go from our house to yours. So whenever I'm stamping these smaller words, I'm going to put the middle line in first. So it'll be from our house will be the middle one. So I'll get my house, not literally my house, but you know. And I'm going to get myself a smaller block so it's not so clumsy. That's too big. Come in here. And before I stamp this up, I'm just going to add some blending on. So we're going to go nice and light with shaded lilac because I want it nice and subtle. And I'm going to put a few tiny snowflakes. So I'm going to go onto that border set. And I've got there's 3 small snowflakes on this one. And I'm going to keep to the same colour. And it will show up because when it's blended against being stamped. There you go. So I've got a lovely snowflake background there. Just going to have a slurp of my drink. Now I'm ready to put my house. Now I'm going to do house in Villainous Potion. There we go. So we've got house in the middle. And then we'll have From Our, I'm going to go into Wilted Violet for this one. I can't see where that is because it's on top of a bit of ink, so we'll have to do that again. A top tip for this as well, when you're putting your stamps on, sometimes if you put them on, you can put them on wonky and distort them. So if you take them off and let them flat on your mat, they find their way straight, and when you put it on there, at least you know you've got it straight. So we're having From Our, and then To Yours. I'm not pressing hard, I'm just giving a gentle rock top to bottom just to make sure I get the top of the... So that gives us our personalisation, and that will go over there. Now this is a little bit crispy white, but I think it's fine. I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to move this to the side because I'm going to add in some paint to these stars, and I think I'm going to go something like Wilted Violet for these. And if you've got Stickles glitter glue in Stardust, that is fantastic like for your Christmas cards, because you can really add some glitz and some sparkle. Now, if you look at yours and you want your stars to stand out more, you would blend some more ink over them. Now, being at this stage of the card, that might be quite worrying, but it will come back off. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to blend over, look. And then if I overdo it, I can spritz some water at it. So then buff that back so that the stars come back to the front. And if you think, then just pop a few spots of, I can't even see if I've got it. A few spots of water down. Oh, you could have done this. You could have used like that. And then, in fact, that worked better, look. That just knocks back that colour a bit and gives you a little bit more detail. Let me hold that up so you can see. A bit snowy now. Okay. And that goes for anything. You could blend that whole bit and then flick the water and it would, yeah. In fact, I think we could do with some splats on there as well. Some blue ones. So we'll have some Chip Sapphire. We'll get our fan brush. Do you know what's really funny? I did this yesterday. I was messing around, just finishing off some tags for my shows at the weekend. And I was doing this with some white, it was like confetti paint, I think it's called. And it went all over my face. I didn't realise. And I went in and Becky's like, what have you done to your face, Mum? And I'd got spots of white paint all over me. So now we've got those lovely little spots in the background. So before I go any further, I am going to mat and layer that onto my black card with some, I'm looking for my glue and I can't see it. Because I put it away too good. Okay. That's the hard bit about crafting on a black mat. When you've got your black mat and layers. Let me just hold it up. Oh, that's good. It's perfect. So just give that a press down, and then I know my mat's clean, so I'm going to turn that over and give it a firm press, because I want to make sure that all of them edges are bonded and we don't have any gapey bits. There we go. Perfect and flat. And if you get any seepage, then you can obviously, it's just going to wipe away. Okay, so we'll have some foam pads and we'll start and get this into place. So I'm going to raise this one, but I want to be able to tuck that one. So I'm just going to put pads here, 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 and here. And to do that, I'm going to cut 2 of these in half. One, 2, 3, 4. And you watch, they'll be in the wrong place. Right, so obviously there is a right and a wrong way on this one because we've got the tree at the side. So I'm going to get this kind of in position ready. And I'm looking at my snowflake because the pad is going to catch. So get your snowflake in order first. About there. Not changing it now. So this isn't going to go anywhere. And then we can stick that one over the top, which is going to hover in position, like so. And then I've got a card blank, which we can pop that onto. Now, what I love is doing the inside to match a little bit. Oh, no. I'm going to hope that this rubber does its job. Grrr. I'm going to look and see if you can see that from there. No. There's a minute mark on it. I'm sure the recipient won't mind. Right. So that's my front. And I have also cut a matten layer to match for inside. And I'm going to just go ahead and stick that down. Even though I'm going to be doing some stamping on it, I like to keep the inside quite crisp, if that makes sense. So we've got that equal border. I'm going to move them over. And we're going to get that same equal border. Now, obviously, you don't have to stick this in now like I have. You can stamp and ink it up and then do it. So we want a nice little bit of stenciling down the side here. And I'm going to go with a flash of purple. I don't put a lot of ink on the brush to do this because I just want that nice subtle kind of frame. Then I'm going to use that beautiful star. Where's the block? And I'm going to use that one with the shaded lilac. This is the softest of my colour palette, but I think it will look lovely. And I'm going to turn it around so that I can position. If I'm worried about that, just put a bit of card there and it won't damage anything. So that's nice and subtle in the background. And then I'm going to do some snowflakes. We'll have this one in wilted violet. And we'll have, go on, put that back on there. We'll have some of these smaller ones. I can't see the block, it's right in front of me. I think we'll have a couple of little chipped sapphire ones now. One here and one here, and then one of them nice stars in black, because I still want to tie all of them colours in, like so. And that lovely trio of, where's me villainous? Little trio of stars there as well. So I've kind of got, oh, there's one missing. I want those trio. And this one I'm going to keep in the soft one. I'm going to use this because I've already layered it in. We're going to have some of them circles there, and I'm just going to pop a little tiny bit down here, like so. So I'm really happy with the way that that is cupping that. Cupping, is that a thing? Where is this? I'm just looking to see if you're okay. That's fine. Right. A nice message in the middle. So we're going to have that wishing you the most wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I could go directly into there, like so. Or I could incorporate a star. Do you know what? I'm gonna. So I'm going to grab a bit of card, which won't be big enough, will it? Because I've just used it on something. Where's the bit that I had? Oh, I wanted to show you that, didn't I? So just before you came in, I was messing, and look at that. How nice would that be? That would look lovely. Or I did a purple one like this. I think this is going to be too dark for in the middle of there. I was thinking more of just cutting the star and having the sentiment on there. So I'm going to go with that. In fact, I'm going to cheat. I am going to cheat. So the largest star from the star set, I've cut into a piece of mylar. And I'm now going to position this in the centre where I want it. I'm going to use some purple ink. And I'm just going to blend gently to give me this kind of halo-ish. That's it. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to see if I can be clever. This is where I go terribly wrong, you know. I'm going to layer my stamp on there. Have I got a block big enough here? Might get away with it. And I'm going to use the palest ink. I just want this subtle. And this, for me, this is what it was all about. Everything working together. Because we've got the Eurostar. I'm scared now. Stencil as well, which is all going to mix and match and work. Okay. I think it's done. Yes, look at that. Okay, and now we're going to go for that sentiment. And I am going to do it freehand, which I wasn't going to, but I am now. I've decided. So we're going to do this in black because we want to bring that right to the surface. And I am standing up doing this because I really don't want to mess it up. So position, hover, stop breathing until you've took it off. Ta-da. Happy. And then if you wanted to do anything else, I would say just hold that in place there, like so. And just pop, I'm looking for a small block, maybe a few little snowflakes. You could overstep, you see, like just on and off. I think this mylar might, oh no, it's not. I was just going to say, I think it might be too thick for this, but I think we're okay. I was going to do 3 bits. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, that is lovely. And to finish off, what I would do, and I'm not going to do it now because I know what I'll do. I'll do it and then I'll forget and I'll just splodge it. But I would use my glitter glue and I would highlight. Did I do that wonky like that? I couldn't have done. Did I? That must have slipped. I wouldn't put anything on wonky like that. I'm going to have to pull it off. Sorry. Okay, so if that happens to you, don't panic. Just do it again. So make sure that you're flat. Okay, that definitely isn't moving this time. So that is our finished card. It's quite in-depth, but I just wanted to use as many stamps as I could on there, just to show you how lovely they work together. So we've got the outside. Oopsie, I'm coming up a bit. And then that inside as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to flip the camera. I'm really hot. There's my treat. So, news for you. What day are we on today? We're on Thursday. So if you come back to this page, Julie Hickey Designs, at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, then Julie is going to draw the winner of the giveaway, which will give you 7 cards, one from each of the design team, with fabulous inspiration from the wonderful Christmas collection. And one of you lucky people is going to win all of those. And I think she's going to be making something too. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you're loving the collection. And we'll all see Julie tomorrow. And I'll probably come on and I'll probably be doing a live from my shop as well on Saturday, showing some bits as well. So take care. Thank you for joining me and see you soon. Bye-bye.